Hi friends, MD Vegan. Today is a juice fasting day. I have it once a week. I can highly recommend after doing TriYoga. That is the best yoga style in the world. Yeah, it has been proven even in a PhD in South Korea last year. I was amazed. First time ever somebody dared to explain that in an exam, on a state university, and all the professors at first said, no, you can't say that because it's absolute, you cannot do these kind of things, and she convinced them. Yeah, a friend of mine now, she absolutely wrote her thesis about the superiority of one yoga system above all the others. Isn't that amazing? And the simple reason is, two reasons: because it's based on the flow. TriYoga introduced the flow into the yoga world. Now everybody's doing the flow. It was 1980. Now everybody's doing the flow. But the second thing is that it is a complete system. TriYoga is a complete system. The first system ever to be complete in the yoga world. So that even the Indians say that is the yoga that comes back from the West to us, to show us the real new yoga. They even say that. It's an amazing thing, right? And it's surging in China and everywhere. Yeah, and it is very intellectual too. Because this didactical system, that is a specific Western element, is the systematic approach. They teach it step by step in a complete system. So it's for everybody, it's very simple. There's in it something for everybody, it's a series of flows. And the idea of the flow, that is the base, yeah, you can learn intuition. The flow is a meditation state, a state of meditation that you can access every single moment. It's a natural state of the mind. Meditation, calm and peaceful mind. Awareness, yeah, on every single breath, on everything you do. That's a natural state. Did you know that? And that is an intuitive state. And it comes to you when you get calm. Yeah? Alpha, the brain begins to radiate alpha waves. Before you go to sleep, you go into this state, otherwise you can't sleep. And if you digest, you go into that state. Yeah? And if you be creative, like an artist, you go into that state. So this state is a meditation state, and it is natural for human beings and for all beings. Yeah? At all. Yeah, this is a wonderful state of mind. And we can learn it in step by step, in a systematic way, to access that. Very simple. It's as simple as that. You just go, for example, I make a recipe now. I make a recipe, and when I go to my ingredients or to my kitchen, I wonder, what can I do today? I hold myself back for a moment and say, I take an inhale, focus on myself, and wonder, okay, what comes up now? That moment is the flow. It's a flow moment. I feel inside. I feel what comes up. I'm open to intuition, to my creativity. That's very natural, very easy. If a little boy goes to school and wants to recite a poem he has learned, what will he do? And he stands in front of the class and he has learned the poem by heart, and then he begins to speak. But he could do it better if he just waits for a moment before he begins, inhales, focus on himself, tries to have the state of calmness, and then he begins. It's just a moment of difference. It makes all the difference to be in the now. That is the flow. And it is a very peaceful state, and this is the same state when the energy flows free in the body, everywhere, and it begins to heal. Yeah? Yoga is a step into this fasting once a week. Yeah? I do that once a week. I rest my system. I only drink juices. I make them myself, that's even better, fresh juices. And then the digestion rests. That's 70% of my immune system. It's a big part of my fighting the diseases. Yeah, everything that's bad for me is fought in this immune system. It's in the intestines, and if the intestines rests, I don't need to digest. No energy goes into this part. All the energy I take in goes directly into creativity, cleansing myself, all these things. That is juice fasting. Yeah, it does the same effect. Juices, they have no fiber. I get the fiber off. That's what we need in a healthy food. Usually, we take the fiber off in juices, and then the energy goes directly into the system. And then you have a natural state of peace and relaxation by just juice fasting. In the beginning, you can have some issues if you do it too fast, too much, too intense. I wouldn't do it more than one day in the beginning, but that's completely enough. But do it regularly, systematically. Yeah, like everything you want to do to improve, to achieve something, you do it systematically. Then you have guaranteed success. Yeah, that's all the secret. It's very simple. Everybody knows it, by the way. But now we have a systematic way to approach this state, this creativity that goes for teaching to write, teaching to paint, yeah, teaching all kinds of arts, yeah, and even thinking, teaching to think. Also, in philosophy, we can use this knowledge to systematic approach, and no longer need we to say, oh, somebody learned this, he was born with this, he's a genius or not. No, you can learn everything step by step. You just need a systematic approach. And we don't have that in the West. And the Western culture is still lacking this old ancient knowledge from the superiority of intuition. Yeah? My friends say sometimes, okay, both are the same, my Western friends. Intuition is the same as logic, as rationality, as my reasoning. It's both the same, both are needed. I tell them all the time, yeah, that's right, you say that, but you don't mean it, because for rational things, for things like mathematics or physics, or these things that are based on rationality, when we use it all the way, we use a step-by-step procedure. We learn these in a perfect systematic way. But in art and in thinking, we don't have this systemization. Yeah? And that's the thing. Yeah? We don't have this systematic approach. And there, where the intuition is most important, we have no systematic approach. No didactical system that is really perfectly can be tuned, can be fitted to everybody, and still gets us there to the same point of intuition, of creativity. No, we don't have that in the West, and that's why TriYoga is so important. That's why I'm a fan here. This is the TriYoga sign. That's why I propagate that, because I know it's a revolution. Yeah, everybody can do it. It's very simple, and to me, finding this kind of juice fasting, gentle juice fasting, only once a week, just juices, and only as long as I feel great. When I feel bad, I begin to eat something. Yeah, honestly, why not? I eat something, I have maybe a smoothie, yeah, with a little fiber, or have a soup or a light salad, and then I feel better. I shouldn't overdo it, because the energy flow, the feeling great should always go on. Never stop the energy flow. Never stop it. That is the old ancient yoga wisdom. Never stop the prana, they say. And we say never stop the flow. Yeah, so, okay. But non-violence is the base, of course. A flow is never a flow with violence. It has to be non-violence. This is the base. Even more important is that we be non-violent. A non-violent lifestyle is open to the flow. When you are violent, you can't guarantee to go into the flow. You always make mistakes. Yeah, it's a big thing. Thinking in the same way we're thinking, but I go too far now, that's enough. I will go back to my juice. I have a new juice, a new recipe, like always, once a week. Yeah? And I make a pear juice with parsley. That is, I made that before. That is a wonderful combination. Pears and parsley are super together here. I have a bunch of pears and I have a bunch of parsley. And that is a perfect combination. Yeah? Very perfect for many reasons. Pears are sweet. Parsley is more, yeah, very intense flavor. But the pear has also a bitter note in the peel. You notice it sometimes, yeah? In the very outer peel, where the very healthy nutrients are, usually, that is proven. And that correlates to the parsley. It's a very strong, and by these two seem to be made for each other. I add a little bit of lemon here. This is perfect for both, also for parsley and for pear. Yeah, keeps the pear also fresh. The pear is very, very fragile. It turns brown very fast, and the pears also turn bad very, very fast if you put them onto the shelf. Apples are more durable. Apples and pears are pretty much the same. Only one thing is different. The pear helps the elimination through the kidneys. Yeah, the liquid parts. The apple it helps not so much with the kidneys, but the pear for that very good. So this is a little different, but otherwise apples and pear are pretty much the same. But there is a difference, and that's why pear and parsley are also nice together. And the third ingredient here, the main ingredient, yeah, main ingredient, a pear and parsley, is a kiwi. And I will try that. I did that before. Just pear, parsley, kiwi with a wonderful combination. Ripe kiwi, super high vitamin C. That's also very good with parsley and lemon, of course. But the kiwi is even higher. It is superfood almost, if it is ripe. Yeah, kiwi is a typical fruit that really gains so much when it's ripe. When the peel is very soft and can be pulled off very easily, and it's soft inside, it tastes wonderfully sweet, and then it has the huge amount of health benefits. Don't go into the detail now. And the last ingredient is a ginger. This is together with a lemon. I show you again. Yeah, these two refinements here, a lemon and a good piece of ginger. That is a refinement for many recipes, for many flavors. Makes the flavors more expressive. Yeah, it keeps the main flavors usually and makes it a little more expressive. Yeah, so you can add it to pretty much to many recipes. I like to do that. I begin without lemon and ginger, and then I add lemon and ginger to get a little bit more of an effect. Yeah, but it's very nice. So I begin now to make the juice after all this long conversation, if you enjoy. And then I come back and taste it in front of your eyes, and then we'll see what happens. In a moment I come back. I have almost a liter of juice now. You see, there's when it's full it's a liter, and now it's almost a liter. And the color is nice. It's a little thick, and that's good, because if you have soft fruit like pear and kiwi, they are soft, then the juice turns out to be more thick. It's very nice. I like this kind of juice. Yeah, it's almost like a smoothie, but still juice because the fiber is out. So I'll taste it now. Color is nice. Let's see. Oh, the softness of the pear is there, and the green, the sourness of the green parsley is there. Yeah, green flavor to me is mostly sour. Can also be a little bitter. Yes, sometimes we have to adjust a little bit our ingredients, but there is a green sour flavor. This is in here. It's supported by the lemon, but the softness of the pear is there too. And the kiwi is there, of course. The kiwi makes it really rich. Yeah, I show you now. It's very delicious juice. Yeah, ginger is okay. I could even use more. It's very nice. But here, that's what I have. You see, it's a thick juice. Not too thick, but it's nice. I like this. And it's a full meal on a fasting day. Yeah, so I drink this slowly. As I said, the juice goes directly into the blood, into the organism. It doesn't need to be digested. The fiber is out, more or less. Yeah, don't think in extremes here. More or less, though, its fiber is away, so it goes directly in. No digestion needed. That's the idea. So I have to drink it slowly, because if we get it flushing it down, yeah, then it could happen that there is so much sugar in the blood all of a sudden. Yeah, that's not so good. Yeah, on your regular days, it's important to eat always rich in fiber. Fiber is one of the most important nutrients in the food. Fiber makes food really healthy. But on fasting days, we take a little break. It's an exception. So once a week is enough. Yeah, if you do it all the time, and then you have this wonderful restness. Good for the body, good for the mind. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If so, give me a thumbs up, like my video on YouTube, subscribe, MD Vegan. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And if you want to join the TriYoga Moon Fasting site, there is a group, a small group, not too much traffic. I posted just a new juice recipe every week, roundabout, and a calendar for the best fasting days. And I have some communication, a little bit only, but if you want to join and learn some more, that's the place to go. TriYoga Moon Fasting. I hope to see you soon.